Yes, they are back. When I say by popular demand, I could be stretching it a little bit. We've got Sue Hall.
Hello.
From Women in Enterprise.
Well,
Rural Enterprise and Maids Who Clean.
Correct. Thank you very much. Nice to be back.
Is it busy time for cleaners now? Because you're thinking, I really can't be bothered to do this house, but I've got Dirty Gertie from number 30 coming round. I better tidy up.
Yeah, no, I get requests for a lot of one-offs at this time of year.
Just a one-off. That's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got one request at the moment. The woman's daughter's getting married Christmas week. And so she wants a one-off clean this Friday. We don't normally do them on a Friday.
Do you get a one-off clean afterwards as well when you think, I can't
if you want
really...
to book it, yeah.
Because you book it on Christmas Day to do
But we don't
No.
we don't take your Christmas decorations down in January.
That could be a service.
That could be. I have been asked that.
That could be a service. And also Kate Everett. Hello, dear.
Hello.
Are you all right? Are you well?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. Are you all ready? I've got to ask you, ladies, because this is the question you ask at this time of year. Are you all ready for Christmas?
Yeah, I'll get there.
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
You really?
Yeah, I've brought some photos in of you to show you later of my decorations. I've got stags' heads and all sorts up on the walls, and it's lovely. All my presents wrapped.
All the grubbing, everything done of that.
Well, actually, I've got 3 different food orders. I did the first one in September, and then I've got 2 other supermarket food deliveries booked for next weekend and Christmas Eve.
Did you have her down as the organised type, Sue?
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't.
I'm not. I'm one extreme or the other. I'm either very organised or...
Yeah, it is the time of year. You need military precision, otherwise it can go horribly wrong. But anyway, all sorts of thoughts to talk about in the programme today. Do like it when you take part in the debate. 01473 212121 is the telephone number. You text in 813, starting your text SFK. Here we go, first up. We've got some Christmassy ones coming up, but we're doing a couple of non-Christmassy ones. MP Mike Doran sparked controversy, apparently, when he said the post of fisheries minister, I mean, who would want to be a fisheries minister, was not a suitable position for a woman. They went mad about this, Was he right to say that? And what jobs do we think just aren't suitable for men? Would you want to be the fisheries minister?
I don't think it's a case of whether I want to be the fisheries minister, but the man's a plank. You know, I mean, well, of course it's a job that's open to both sexes. You know, why would you even make a comment like that unless you're Nigel Farage? But, anyone can apply for it. You know, I grew up not thinking that unless you, like doctors were men and nurses were women. You know, that was a long time ago.
You were brought up thinking doctors are women?
No, doctors are men.
Oh, doctors are men, yeah.
Doctors are men, nurses are women,
Yeah.
So everything's gone around now. You know, women are doctors, anything is possible.
You don't think there's a profession going where it is a little bit, to be a woman is either you're not going to progress that well in it or it's slightly frowned on?
I don't think so. And I think a lot of the women are seeing that as a challenge in itself, when they're going for these positions. They're saying, it's that whole glass ceiling in the boardroom thing, isn't it, as well, so.
Kate, what do you make of it? Would you think, was he right to say it's not really suitable for a woman?
I don't think the fisheries ministry is any place for a woman.
Oh, I like what you did there.
I just thought of that. I've been sitting here occasionally.
Yes, I like what you did there.
I didn't even get it.
You'll be in trouble. No place for a woman.
I see.
So, like Sue, I struggle to think of a job that a woman couldn't do. I can think of lots of jobs that they wouldn't want to do.
You get a lot of very good lady fishers.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get some very good lady fishermen.
Fisher women.
Fisher
women.
They're little toys, aren't they? I think it's on my Christmas list.
Fisher Prize. Yeah.
So you don't think they should be all open to all? And in this sort of day and age, it's even ridiculous to even come up with. It probably is a bit kind of makes you think what kind of a person would come up with something like that. I think it's very politically correct ways.
Well, everybody will have their opinions. We worked on a campaign last year called Girls Aloud, and it was to encourage more females into engineering.
Yes.
And there are some fantastic career options out there, but girls don't think about going into engineering. So the jobs are there for them. The apprenticeships are there and they can qualify up to degree level, but they just don't think about it.
But that's the thing, because if you think of engineering, and I think we've talked about it in the programme before, little boys get toys and firing and things like that, and girls, it's very much engineering is a bloke's thing to do, isn't it?
But that's why STEM ambassadors exist when they go into schools to encourage STEM, it's science,
And
technology,
yes.
engineering and mathematics.
Okay.
So they try to encourage, because I'm a STEM ambassador, although I do the life skills bit, the employability skills. But, it's all about encouraging people who might not have thought, exactly as Kate's saying, about doing that as a particular career. And you awaken the possibilities in them, and they should not feel impeded because of their sex.
I think one thing that secret the BBC is doing is trying to get a lot more women on the radio, and you've got Claudia and what's the name on Strictly. They all said, you can't have two women doing it, you can't have two, and it works really well. It's absolutely fine. And also there's quiz programs now, and it's been in the news that they're all saying all that have I got news? You can't have the all blokes and it's all blokey. And I watched one the other day, and it was predominantly women. And I don't normally like watching those programs because I always feel a bit uncomfortable because the woman never says anything, and it's all about. But it was predominantly women, and it was cracking. It was absolutely brilliant.
Well, look at Loose Women. That's a great example. That's on TV a great example of women working well together.
All right. What about jobs that men can't do?
Okay. Where are we going to go with this one?
Well, I think there's a lot of jobs men wouldn't want to do, but equally you can do anything. I mean, there's some really good male midwives, and I mean, again, they are in a minority there, but
There's male Avon ladies.
Yeah.
There's male. Yes, of course there are. There's nothing that's out of bounds to anyone now.
All right, cleaners. How many male cleaners do you employ?
I've got about 4 male cleaners on my
And
books.
are people a bit sniffy when a bloke turns up and think, what they want to do? Which is a ridiculous thing to say.
If you've booked a one-off clean, they're just glad a cleaner's turned up, let me tell you. It becomes a different thing if you want a regular service. Then obviously you have the choice and you can say male or female. But
do you think there'll ever become a time, when we automatically think of an engineer, you don't know, it could be either sex, and because it is quite endemic in the way we think. There'll be a time where it's all totally equal.
Yeah, I'd like to think that there would be.
I don't. You can't change cultures overnight, but when you think of how differently we think now compared to 40 years ago, and actually we have our office cleaner through Made to Clean, and he's a man, and he does a fantastic job. It never occurred to me to think otherwise. And in some ways, we work in a very rural area, and I'm a bit of a scaredy cat, so I don't like being there after dark. But it's really dark there at night when all the lights go off. And I wouldn't want to be be there on my own in the evening. So, and I'm not saying all women would, but it was never an issue that he was a bloke, and he does a very good job.
Yeah, I think in the news this week as well, isn't it? Women fighting in the front line as well for the first time. Did I read that? I'm pretty sure I read that. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you on the programme today, 014732121. So any jobs you can think of that really shouldn't be done by one or the other sex, give us a ring or text.
Here come the girls. Here come the girls. Girls.
In the studio, we have Sue Hall and also Kate Everett. Have you heard of a capon?
Yes, I have heard of a capon.
How come everyone's heard of a capon? Have you heard of a capon?
I can't believe you haven't.
Why would I have heard of a capon?
Only Superman.
That's exactly what Roller Robbie said. Apparently, it's a cockerel without its bits. And because it hasn't got its bits, he doesn't chase after lady cockerels. It sits back, drinks sort of lager, sits on lazy boy with a remote control and gets really fat.
It's a eunuch of a chicken.
Well, apparently, they're quite tasty. I think ask your butcher.
I will.
All righty, now here we go on the programme today. Love it when you take part. Penny has phoned in or texted in and said, prime examples, we're talking about women doing jobs that are traditionally for blokes and men vice versa. Role that women took on during the war while men were away. That is true.
Very
All
true.
those jobs
Yes.
carried out by women.
Yep, there
All of
wasn't
them.
one that they couldn't do.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. Well done, Penny. You're
Well
right.
done, Penny. All right, now here we go. Are you in the mood for Christmas so far? What was the 14th today? What was the 10, 11 days to go? Are you up there in the festive mood? Or if not, what is guaranteed to put a festive little cheery smile on your face? Kate, are you up there in the whole...
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at her little face.
I'm so
She's been getting
excited.
ready since July. She ought to be.
I have. I my deadline for wrapping all my presents was the 21st of November, which I did. And then I think I have such a lot of people to buy for that if I'm not ultra organised, and work has been really busy and we've had a lot going on. We're moving offices in 2 weeks, and I think I knew that if I didn't stay on top of everything, then it would just descend into chaos.
So you've got a now zen-like calm about it. Because on the back of my head, I'm going bonkers here. I wake up thinking about serving spoons.
I don't care about stuff like that though, really.
No?
Yeah, I'm not bothered if I've got. I mean, as you know from when I've been on before, the likelihood is the dog's going to get to the dinner before I actually dish up. But when she had the turkey last Boxing Day, I mean, I just laughed because there's nothing else you can do. So I don't worry about everything matching, and even that the food's got to be particularly
But
good.
you want to get on top of your presents, so you got all the presents done and cards and all that stuff. I mean, you don't do cards there, do you?
No,
You've got all
what
the
would
presents.
be? I even have an emergency present stash, so that if somebody comes around with a present for us that I haven't bought for, I can quickly say, just pop upstairs and get yours and wrap it up quickly. So.
That'd be handy. We'll pop
Yeah.
around there. So what about you? Are you in the Christmas spirit? Is it something that's triggered it when you see the Christmas lights in the shops, or a song, or
I don't know. I think I'm sort of a bit of both, really, because I think it annoys me how quickly it comes around every year.
well, it's
So
because we start thinking about it in August.
I know, and I kind of, because everything's in the shops in September, starting to come in and stuff, and I think, so I resist it for as long as I can, and then once it hits December, you've really got to start getting sucked into it. But we still don't have our tree up indoors yet. That's the plan for this week.
Yeah,
we're
going to be talking about Christmas decoration. But is there anything as well when you hear it or see it, you think, is there a film or something?
Well, actually, you played the Slade record earlier on, and
yeah.
that always gets me going. But yeah, It's a Wonderful Life gets me every time.
What is it? Do you set aside a time to watch it? And
well, it's usually on telly. I mean, I was looking at the TV.
is it on telly this week?
I don't know, actually. I haven't found it, but it usually is at some point. But there's the movies that, like Christmas Day, there's always Big on. On one of the channels, Big is on. Now, it's not really a Christmas movie, but it's a fun, kind of feel-good movie. And I like that.
Yeah.
But,
what about you, Kate? Any one thing that you sort of, a mince pie, or I don't know?
I like it when the lights go on. I even like it when people put their Christmas decorations up in November, because I think it's quite funny. And I was saying to somebody, I went Christmas shopping in Norwich yesterday. Sorry, Suffolk, but I did trip over a few Norwich fans while because they were out for the football. So,
Bad girl.
Yeah, but there's just a different atmosphere. I know everybody's a bit stressed, but I think I like to be organised because I have both my sons home for Christmas, and it's the only time of year that the business actually shuts down. So I don't have to worry about checking emails and taking phone calls, and it's just that family time, and we're all at home together. And now, because they're older, it's the only time we get, and it's just so lovely to just slob around for a few days.
Yeah, switch off the phone. I'll tell you what I'm suffering from quite badly. Allsop-itis. Do you get that?
Allsop-itis?
Yeah. I sort of turning myself into Kirsty Allsop at this time of year. And I found myself going out the other day, getting holly and ivy and making this most ridiculous Christmas wreath for the door, which was appalling. Do you know, you suddenly start doing things with candles that you'd never do at the time, putting bits of holly down the banister.
Just to create that festive
because
feel.
It is Allsop-itis. You tend to think you've got to be all this sort of...
Just go around and spray it with cranberry and mistletoe afterwards. Yeah.
That's the thing for women, though. Again, this isn't just for women, but this is the trend now, is that you suddenly have to turn into this domestic goddess and make everything, and
which is odd.
Which is rubbish.
Well, I mean, you should see this wreath. It's hilarious.
I mean, a lot of people actually decide to go out for Christmas lunch.
Yeah,
don't they?
well, we talked about that last. All right, then, people, we got to crack on. 01473 212121 is the telephone number you want to take part in that debate.
Here come the girls, 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 girls. Here come the girls, 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 girls.
You know, I said I wasn't in the Christmas spirit.
And some magically has just arrived.
Some courtesy of Mercy. Mercy, cheers, we love you. Little thing of raspberry vodka, and we've all had a slurp, and my heavens.
Yes,
this is going to take.
we're definitely
this is gonna
ho in now.
This is going to take the edge off Christmas shopping in the afternoon. Hang on. Do you know? That is, oh my goodness, it's so much better than my raspberry vodka. And also, come on, the ladies, we've got a Bailey's chocolate.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very
Hey.
much.
Oh,
there you go,
thank
Kate. Look, oh, sorry. That's because we also got little Baileys. The party has begun. All right then, people. Next up for debate. Look, I'm getting all confused here now. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Well, you're the one with the paper.
Hang on. Oh yes, Christmas decorations. Christmas decorations. Here we go. Is your tree up? What do your Christmas decorations say about? Are they good? They are good. We can hear you eating that.
They're a bit yum.
Oh. Are your Christmas decorations up, Kate?
I'm the only one without a mouthful of chocolates. Yes, mine are up and lovely. And I've got loads of lights and.
Do you go all out on the whole
Yes.
festive? Everything's got to be covered in lights.
I haven't got any outside yet this year.
Do you normally have them outside?
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry.
do. Not loads, but we have a few. But it's just been too cold, and I can't be bothered to send Mr. Everett up the ladder.
Sorry, I was taken there because I'm just starting on the Irish liqueur.
So I'll have a chat now just to sort of fill the gap.
Keep going. So, I do like a bit of Irish liqueur at this time of year. Hang on a minute.
Just glug glug. I'm sure the listeners really want to
That's
hear
a high
that.
litre down in one gulp.
Are your Christmas decorations up, young lady?
They will be in the next couple of days. Yes, we've just had a loft ladder installed, so we can
I
get.
love a loft ladder.
Yes,
Yeah.
which I'm quite excited about because it means we've got more instantaneous access to the loft. Before it was a bit of a palaver, but now it's a little bit more good. So we're going to have 2 trees this year.
2 trees.
Yeah, I'm giving it a go because we got the dogs. I'm wondering, see, they might have a wee up it. So I'm just sort of the big one that goes on the floor. You know, we're just going to try and sort of train them, but we'll have one up on the shelf
So
as well.
artificial one or real one?
No, they'll both be artificial because I think the real one's pushing it a bit with the dogs.
Do you reckon? Are you? Did you say artificial or real one?
We've got two artificial ones. We've got the nice big green one.
How
and-
big is your house, Kate?
Well, I've got one in the hall and one in the lounge. But because we're having building work done, I didn't think that I was going to be able to put a Christmas tree up this year. So
Because of your work in the kitchen.
because of the work in the kitchen, which is they've agreed to do the rest of it in January, which is really good. So if my sister's listening, sorry, but we're still coming to yours for Christmas.
That's her excuse.
Here come the girls. Girl, girl, girl. Here come the girls. Girls, girls, girls.
I tell you, if these buttons weren't difficult enough on their own, now I've had a bit of the raspberry vodka. Slightly more difficult. But thanks to Mercy for that. So nice. All right, here we go. The next up for debate is accents. The Brummie accent, again, has been voted the UK's least preferred accent. Apparently Southern Irish is the one we all like. What is your favourite accent, and has your accent ever held you back? Sewell.
She comes straight to me, who failed her English oral and passed her French oral. Spoke better French and English when I was at school, and I don't think much has changed ever since, actually. I think you do have your voice where you've had a couple of gin and tonics and you go back to your roots and everything, and then you've got your phone voice, and
Oh,
then
yes,
you've got
yeah.
everyone's got one of them.
Do your phone voice.
Oh no, it's embarrassing. Good afternoon, mate. Clean. See, we're laughing there. Right?
Good afternoon, mate. You're right. I don't think anyone has the same voice. The whole. What about you, Kate?
Oh, I'm always told I sound about 11 on the phone.
You have got a young voice.
Yeah. And I often get asked if my mum's there when I answer the phone. And it's the only part of me that is younger than I actually am, which is a bit gutting.
Because you've got an Essex accent. Is that right? A bit of an Essex.
dare you?
How very
How
dare.
very dare you?
Well, I had quite a bad lisp when I was a child, and my grandma had a beautiful speaking voice. My family are from Wimbledon, and she paid for me to have elocution lessons, which got rid of the lisp. And I think I came across as being a bit precocious for a while when I was younger, so I could probably speak
Posh if you wanted
posh
to.
if I wanted to.
Well,
but this
received
is
pronunciation, that's about... First on the list is Southern Irish, and then received pronunciation is second, so people quite like a bit of a posh one. I'm terrible. I've got a telephone voice when I'm on the phone to someone posh. I'm suddenly, oh yes, oh yeah, which is awful, really.
No, well, it's something to, again, it's this NLP subliminal listening thing, isn't it? You adopt the...
Yes, you do, yeah.
the nature of the person that you're speaking to. You kind of, just to get this kind of affinity going on. I know when I used to do tour guiding years and years ago, if I had Americans on board, I had to slow my voice right down because they can't cope with the way Londoners speak, and they'd just be sitting there smiling at you, and they wouldn't have actually taken in anything that you've said, and they're just, it's okay, Sue, you'll tell us what we need to do when we just like listening to it. No, you need to pay attention, so you slow your voice down, and actually when you slow your voice down, you lose whatever accent you started off with.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. So when I got to the stage where I had to, because my words run into each other normally with the speed that I speak. When you slow your voice down, you say each word separately so that the Americans could understand. With apologies to American listeners, but
What's the accent you like though? Is there any that make you go a bit sort of gooey at the knees?
oh, Italian.
That wasn't on the list.
No, it wasn't on the list, but I'd say I like Sean Connery. Do like a Sean Connery
a little
voice there.
yeah.
And actually Ray Winston. Got to say, I do like Ray Winston. Yeah. David Essex.
See, Ray Winston's like a boy version of Sue Hall.
He could be, I suppose. He's a geezer.
What about UK? Any accents that you particularly like?
My mum's family was Scottish, so I do, and a lot of the originals aren't with us anymore. So I do love a Scottish accent. But my mum takes it to the extreme because she will, within about 5 seconds of starting a conversation with somebody, she'll go into their accent, and it's really embarrassing because she'll be saying, "I know where you boy." Well, that's a kind of a mix between a.
I don't know what that was.
I know. Oh,
I do like the Geordie accent, I have to say.
That's a good one.
good.
Very welcoming.
Yeah. Look,
that was
ladies,
half that.
we're out of time. I've got to say a few things on the text. Excuse me for that. There you go. Georgina has to be this talking about the jobs that women can do. Has to be on personal merit. I was a firefighter for 8 years, but not all women could do that job. There's just as many better nurses. Oh, hang on a minute. But there are many men that I would say are better nurses than women.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't doubt it.
This is about me wanting to cross a turkey and a chicken. Georgie, why not cross a chicken with Bernard Matthews and Dolly Parton? Then you can have a beautiful bird with 2 big breasts. Also, Chris in Capel to finish in Ipswich, born and bred. Oh, hang on. Chris, this is the raspberry vodka. Chris in Capel is Ipswich born and bred, and her hubby is Welsh. Why I? They were at a wedding and one member of his family insisted she was from Essex. People think I'm Australian. The Suffolk accent's quite like Australian. A lot of people say, are you Australian? Listen, ladies, we're out of time. Thank you so much for your company today.
Pleasure.
If I don't see you again, have a happy Christmas.
You too.
And we will
You
see
too,
you in the
darling.
new year.
Happy New Year.